What's going on, Noir Gang? So this video is going to be another podcast style type video. I'm going to go ahead and start again with the VR30 content this week, but I think I'm going to go ahead and set a schedule because I just have a lot of fun doing these podcasts, and I'm warning anyone now, you know, they are a little bit extended. They're usually over 30 minutes. So if you're listening in your car, maybe you might want to listen to this at your house. Let's go ahead and do that. If you have time, by all means, stay through. Listen to what we just hear us out, just talking as homies of what we think of the brand new Z. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button. If you want to see more of these videos, drop a comment if you actually agree with or disagree with anything we say, and subscribe. We're almost at 5,000 subscribers. Shout out to Danny Z, BoostInMotion, Enthusiast Point of View for even doing this podcast with me. It's a lot of fun, and yeah, let's see if we can get it together again and do another one on maybe another topic that you guys might want us to talk about. If you guys want us to talk about anything, I'm down to talk about absolutely anything. So let's begin. Thank you again. Shout out to everybody who actually was on it with me, and I hope you guys enjoy it.
Sort of.
You guys, yeah, it looked good for YouTube, you know what I'm saying? All right. So thank you guys for joining in. Like I said before, I was gonna try to keep up with doing these like podcast style with different individuals. You already know we got Enthusiast's Point of View. We can never pronounce his real name properly. We got Danny Z in this one, which is pretty fun. It's different, and we're waiting on BoostInMotion, so I'm assuming he's gonna cut in eventually. But you know, eventually. Damn New Yorkers, bro! They're always like 10 hours behind. You know what I'm saying? I thought Cubans and Jamaicans were horrible, but geez, man.
It was almost bad because I almost forgot, but I remember.
I'm proud of you, bro. Thank you.
Yeah.
So we brought it together. Well, I wanted to get everybody together because almost everyone has made a video, but Junior was actually there, so I'm sure he's gonna have probably a big opinion about it too, about the brand new 400. Well, not even. Well, okay. Let me know. The brand new Z. I know you're already smiling.
Right.
The brand new Z that came out, and I just kind of wanted to get everybody's opinion as a collective to see what's up, because from last time I checked, I feel like Danny and my opinion kind of align more than I think yours and Boost. And it's funny because also I think Boost and I are more fans of the VR, while you and Danny are just fans of the 3.7. And I know absolutely, like, the VR and you, like, I feel like you just don't get along with it, you know what I'm saying? So I thought it would be like a fun combination.
Yeah.
Well, I guess let's start, man. Danny, okay, I'm gonna ask you first, Danny, because since you've never messed with a VR or driven a Q or anything yet, right?
I haven't. Yeah, you're right.
How do you feel about having I already know from the video, but I want everybody to see here. How do you feel about the possibility of having a second V6 twin turbo car?
No, it's gonna be awesome, bro. Because I don't know how those compare to the 300, but I have the twin turbo 300, and how it drives is so much just more fun than just a V6 that's non-turbo. So I'm definitely excited. It's gonna be pretty awesome.
What's your opinions about the drivetrain? Because I know you like, now that you're a fancy Nismo guy and you like just boss out on all of us. How do you feel about now it's going? It might, because they haven't said what displacement it is. They just said it's V6 twin turbo. So I'm just gonna assume it's a 3.0, just for
Sure.
But how do you feel, Enthusiast? What's the deal, bro?
Man, you already got companies like boasting like they're the biggest VR30 platform, like aftermarket support. Like, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. AMS is already posting out there like things like we're the biggest VR30 aftermarket, and it's like kind of confirming that the car already has a VR30. It's like prematurely doing that. Like, we know it's pretty much probably gonna have a VR30, but it's like, I've had a VR30, right? And the motor can be reliable, but it's proven that it has some kinks that has to be, worked out, obviously. So, and honestly, I have no issue with the VR30. I just hope that everyone goes to this car with like an open mind. It's going to have a factory-mated 6-speed transmission. It's going to be a 21st century 370Z. Let's be honest. You guys saw the pictures. It looks like a 370Z, pretty much, that's been brought to the 21st century. So if that's the case, then I mean, so be it. I just hope the price point is right. This car has to start under 40 grand for a base model. If it doesn't, then not a lot of people are going to buy it. That's just going to be honest. Not everybody can afford a $40,000, $50,000 car, even if you lease it. So, I mean, that's just my opinion right off the bat. So I just hope that if it does have a VR30, that Nissan has been paying attention to their TSBs, their warranty reports, and that sort of thing, so they can fix out those kinks that we need. Otherwise, we're really going to have a hard time on our hands and dealing with the same thing we've been dealing with for the past 3-4 years that this engine has been out, 5 years. So that's kind of where I'm at to start with. I really don't have a whole lot of opinions on it. I'm just kind of going in with an open mind to, I'm just thinking like, it's exciting, man. The Z community hasn't had a new car in what 12 years?
Facts,
Since 2008, 2009. So I think the fact that we're going to get something new and Nissan hasn't been attention. The first thing they announced is a 6-speed manual above an automatic. That's just huge.
That's a
So
big
that's like
difference.
the balls on every company. That puts a lot of pressure on like Toyota and everybody
Exactly.
in general. Because everybody,
Exactly.
all the manufacturers are saying, oh, only 5% of the world. Oh, not. I keep messing up. 5% of America drives manual. Nissan was like, dude, I kind of don't give a shit. I'm just gonna drop and it's standard. That is the standard option. The
Yeah.
automatic is optional. That's crazy, man,
Yep.
and I love
And they
that.
Yeah,
posted
that's
on their
cool.
website. They posted on the website the automatic is in development, which lets me know there's probably not going to be a 7-speed automatic, which is good. I'm thinking it's probably going to be the 9-speed from the
It's
Titan.
better.
And if that's the case, that's going to be a great addition to it.
I think
9-speed, I mean, we're going to get different gear ratios in the VR30, in the Q50 and Q60s, which is going to be great. I'm hoping for a completely different gear ratios, like 369s, 392s. I'm all for that. So
I
we'll see what
really
happens.
hope that I said this in the last podcast, but I was like, I really hope it's something that can compare with the 10R80 Mustangs, because imagine making that power with just a couple of bolt-ons that you can go ahead and make that a brand new transmission, and it's just gonna absolutely destroy everybody, kind of like what the Gen 3 Mustangs did. And it might be faster than the manuals, but it doesn't matter though. Just the fact that we can go ahead and get that 6-speed and flex on people and shake the thing, and make it just pop with the rev match and all that.
It's
Oh, it has rev match. I'm so happy about that.
dude, right?
Yeah.
You were the one
Yeah.
that got me hyped about that, Danny. Because when I
Yeah,
drove your
dude.
car, I remember when I
It's
drove
such a
yours.
sick mode.
It's so stupid fun. Like
Yeah.
it's blah, 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 blah. It's fun as hell. I don't know why, but
Yeah.
it's just you just want to shake that thing, man. But since you're kind of new to the 370Z, like I know, like obviously you've probably driven them for a while, but Danny and I have had this car for a hot minute, and I think we both had the same opinion a while ago. Was that we really love the interior. Well, let me not speak for Danny. I personally really like the interior of the 370Z a lot, but I've always said that the material was just always kind of cheap, like.
Yeah.
But now that we got an update, and which is pretty much like a 370Z V2 interior with that digital dash and everything, like I personally love it because I think the 370Z interior was almost perfect. It just needed that update that's been missing for like 5 years. I don't know, but Danny,
Right.
how do you feel about that interior, bro? Because
Nah, interior's amazing. I think that was the biggest takeaway from me from the live. Not how it looked, but just the big interior improvement. Because as you said, I do like the interior of the 370, but definitely the quality needs to improve, and they did it. And I also like the digital cluster and everything. That was pretty cool.
it's so clean. Did you guys see
Yeah,
that it has the boost gauge and everything on there, bro?
yeah. That
Much
I
was
better.
awesome.
didn't. That was such a I didn't believe that at all. That was man. I grew like a third nut watching that. I was like, dude, I love this so much, man. Oh my! What about you, man? How do you feel, enthusiast, about the interior,
Yeah,
dude?
I like I have the 370 Nismo, obviously, and like I enjoy the interior, man. It's simple, it's basic. Like the Q60, it took like 30 seconds to a minute for the Bluetooth to even kick on. Like when I got in that car, so I was like, man, this thing is lame. Like I would be driving down the street, then the Bluetooth would finally kick in, and I could listen to music. My 370 is completely different. Like just little things like that, comfort-wise. I mean, it's simple. There's not a whole lot of, even if it had like manual window, like I had to roll my window down manually, I'll be cool with it because it's simple. It's so lightweight. It's so responsive to steering. The hydraulic steering is so much better compared to the electronic power steering. So it's like, I hope they bring some of that back. That electronic power steering that I had in the Q60 that I owned for like 3 years, that was terrible. I mean, I never enjoyed a day of that thing. So I just hope little things like that to keep it a true sports car. Actually, the 370Z is a touring car. It's never been a sports car. If you've been a fan of Nissan for a while, it's always been labeled as a touring car. It's never been an actual sports car. So I just hope they keep it true to the original recipe as opposed to all this new technology. Yeah, the fancy gauges are cool, but they really need to stick to what works and what the people that bought these cars bought them for, not just what the 21st century technology just because it's cool. Electronic power steering is shit. The Nissans. I'm sorry. It is. It is.
Bro, I remember. Did I tell you about how I drove my friend's Q and the steering wheel was literally sideways but driving straight for a while? I was like, "What the hell's going on, man?"
Directed adaptive steering. Like they just doing too much, man.
Danny, when I link up with you, I have to bring a friend that has a Q because like you got to experience like the
Yeah,
weirdness.
I've never been in one.
It's super weird. Like they
Crazy.
can be fast, but it feels like I know every Q owner is gonna destroy me right now, but they're like fast, slow cows. Like, you get me? And then like they have
What the
weird
heck?
driver feel. It's absolutely weird. And
Yeah.
I like them, but I wouldn't buy one. But I kind of would though. I don't know. Like it's really weird, dude. But yeah, we'll bring one over to you because you gotta feel how they drive. It's just, especially one that makes at least 500. It's a different game.
Yeah.
They're
I like
straight
how they
line, they're
look
super
though.
fast.
The two-door ones. I like how they look.
Yeah,
The
those
Q60. Yeah.
those things are
I like
beat.
the design.
Junior's already had enough of those things. He's already got rid of that
I
thing.
sold my like a week ago.
You had enough, bro.
I didn't even make a video about that. That's how like glad I was to get rid of that thing. It's like I sold it, and then Zcon happened. I'm like, yes, I don't have to make a video about it.
So wait, you
That's
just
funny.
like gave them the car. It was like, yo, just take this crap. Go.
Dude, I woke up on Saturday morning. I was like, I'm gonna sell my Q60 today. I drove to the dealership. I went online on KBB. I got like an instant cash offer, and I drove it to the place they told me to take it to. And they gave me like $800 less than the offer. I was like, bet, here you go.
Bro,
That's how that worked out.
That's when you know you're just ready to go, man. Yeah, because
I Ubered back home, man. It was great.
Yeah, because you went through one motor, right?
Just a motor, 2 turbos, an axle, 7 injectors,
Oh.
3 fuel pressure sensors, a pressure connector, a few things here and there, man. You
Pretty
name
much
it.
the entire car, no big deal.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bro, but okay, I'm just gonna kind of drop this one too. The only thing I don't like, because I know in my video, like, dude, I haven't gotten so many dislikes on a video in so long, and I literally laughed. It's really hard watching it like tick up. I don't care what anybody says. I stand by what I feel in that video. I think this car can potentially be one of the sexiest cars on the market, but isn't right now. Just because, and I know you guys and Z1 and everybody's gonna grill me for saying it, dude. That front end is ugly as shit. That rectangle, that rectangle. It's like,
I mean, everybody agrees on that, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I'm like, bro, why am I
Not
getting
everybody,
so
but
much
most
heat?
people.
Why am I getting so much heat on the internet for agreeing with you guys? I'm like, dude,
Bro,
this
here's
looks
the
like
thing. It's a bumper.
Like you insert SpongeBob in the front of that car. I'm like, bro. I'm like, what happened? Like, add some curvature. So I remember even showing me the 280Z. I'm like, yeah, but the 280Z and 240s at least have like a pointed nose. You get me? Like even in the grill, I'm like, this is just flat. Like this thing is like Kim K before she got all the surgery. There's no features up front, you know? Like it's just what the hell's going on? I hope you guys like that example because I feel like we all like Kim K at some certain point. But whatever, man. I don't know. How do you guys feel, man? Like I feel like we're all gonna agree or maybe disagree. I don't know. Oh wait, Boost is coming.
I think it's gonna. Oh, he's joining?
Yeah, finally, bro. Finally. Boost, man. Why am I staring at a chair, bro? I feel like I'm watching a horror movie.
Yo, what's that? Well, y'all started already?
What the hell?
Yeah, bro.
Oh, man.
Bro.
Give me a second, guys. Give me a second.
I'm like, we're watching like The Exorcist or something. What's going on, bro?
Give me a second.
Yeah. Danny, what do you think about the front, bro?
I definitely don't like that grill. I mean, I get what they were going for, but on a newer car, it just looks weird. Like, that grill just looked off. I don't know. I hope they fix it, though, because they said it was basically, like, how the car's going to look like. So I just hope that they're going to tweak it a little bit.
I think you said it perfect, though, because I just feel like they went with a really modern twist up front. And
the headlights as well, I don't know.
Hey, what Enthusiast, you were there. Like, did they show like real close up of the car because the top of the grill doesn't even look functional. It looks like it's blocked off because that's where the crash bar would be anyway. So how much air are you really pulling in through that duct?
I don't think it's much more. I don't think it's that much. Like compared to the pictures, I don't think it's really all that much because of the crash bar. There's a lot of stuff that goes. It's pretty busy front end.
Yeah.
So behind that grill, I think there's a lot of stuff. So I mean, honestly, the way I'm looking at it, man, it's just a bumper. That's the way I'm looking at it. The headlights are like the dual crescent thing. It kind of bothers me. Like I only want it like on the bottom or the top. Like pick one.
Yo.
If you look at the car,
oh man, don't be guys. I'm sorry. Y'all already having fun without me.
Nah, man, we remember. I was roasting because I was like, Boost asked me like 5 times for the link, and how are you late, man? Come on.
I'm late to the party.
I know, bro. No, but we're not that deep in. So if you guys haven't already, if you don't know who this is BoostInMotion. He's the guy that kind of inspired me to start doing these talks. I even told him he should start doing podcasts.
A little podcast.
Yeah, for sure. So I mean, just to kind of catch you up, we just talked about we roasted Q50s and Q60s for about 30 seconds, and then now we're just trying to see like what's your opinion on the look of this car. Like so far, we kind of stuck up front. And Enthusiast was giving his point. I think we cut him off. I'm not sure.
Yeah, so I was just saying, like the headlights, like if you look at the car, like straight dead on forward, like the dual crescents on the headlights, it kind of looks weird, especially with the square bumper. I don't know, but like I said, it was just a bumper, man. I'm not tripping over it. It's ugly. We all agree it's ugly with the front bumper, but it's nothing that can be changed. Like I said, it's just a bumper.
I think the rest will save us.
Right. I'm just happy the rest of the car has been like brought to the 21st century. Right. And if it's exactly from what we saw, like all that information on the infotainment system and, things like that, I'm happy with it, man. As long as the transmission is solid, I'll be happy with the viscous. Obviously, it's probably going to be Nissan standard. I hope it's an R200. If it's an R190, I'm going to be very upset. But I hope it's an R200. And that's really all I have to say as far as
is the R200 the one that comes in the new Nismos? No wonder. I was like, yeah, because you guys have bro, why you gotta flex on us so hard, man? Oh man, Boost, what do you think, bro?
Oh, well, firstly, I'm late to everything. So y'all talking about the front bumper, right?
Yeah.
Well, to be honest, I think it's just a prototype bumper. That's it. They just threw it together. They'll probably just smoothen out the edges and give it a better look soon. And everyone's always gonna complain about something simple as a bumper. That's like the top complaint. I think you said it. It's the fucking bumper. Sorry for cursing. This is might get put on YouTube. But it's just a bumper. Like, grow up, dudes. Grow up. Everything else about the car is aesthetically pleasing. But I do think it's kind of funny that they built on the same chassis. And the interior, they just refreshed it a little bit. So they're technically still giving us the same car. Just like Porsches. They're just making it a little bit better. A little bit more modernized. That is just honestly what I can see. Because interior literally looks about a little different.
What do you mean?
I right?
It's not the same chassis. It's like what? A couple inches bigger up front, and we're all men here. A couple of inches means a lot sometimes, So
right.
I don't...
But that could be just aesthetic. What's going on, Dan? It's good to see you on video, man. I watched.
How's it going, man? Hey, I appreciate it.
Oh man, but honestly, like you said something that is kind of funny to me because I don't think the rear is as aesthetically pleasing as it could be, but I think it's really, really close. If you extend those taillights just a little bit, and I know it's the trunk, it looks like it's the trunk lid, so like on the 300. Danny here is the 300 ZX specialist right now, right? Like, so tell me.
Yeah, in a way.
Yeah, I know you know your way around that car. If they extend the lights a little bit and get rid of that weird Mustang black.
Yeah.
Oof.
I think they should be a little bigger.
I agree.
I think it should be a lot bigger. Like a lot bigger.
I agree.
And then and this is the ricer in me, all right? I kind of hope that the emblems light up.
It better.
I know.
Do you think that emblem of Pearl Ladies is going to stay at the top or no?
I doubt
it does.
No?
I doubt it. I think it's just out of place. I think they just threw it there to be like, oh, yay. That's about it.
Yeah.
I think it just stays true to the old school heritage because, I mean, the car overseas is a Fair Lady. And honestly, it would be really cool if they ditched the number in general and just call it a Fair Lady Z35. Like, I think that'll be cool as
I
well.
don't think they're going to bring
That'd be kind of weird, though, for like when someone buys it.
That's why they changed the name in America because they thought it was too feminine for us. So
yeah, they might just. I assume that they'll probably leave it at like the Nissan Z. You know what I'm saying? They could go three ways: the Nissan 300Z, 400Z, or the Nissan Z. I think Nissan Z would probably be the best, but I would like the 400Z though. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, me too.
I think I would like a 300Z, but call it like a 2022 300Z.
Oh my God, that's like Red Sport 400. Jesus Christ.
I know.
Oh
man.
But you know what I think they should do?
What?
I mean, listen, you guys can roast me for this. Why don't they make this car a target top?
No, they
why don't they make it a target top? Like, just do it, please. Just make it target top. The C8 has a target top basically, so give this car the same option. Isn't that the same thing from the past?
That'd be pretty neat. Something new.
Well, I like that. I like the T-tops. Like, I think that would be cool.
T-tops are sick.
Yeah, I think
The
the
300
T-tops
came with T-tops,
sick.
and they're just so cool.
But
I feel like that's like
T-top,
too
I'm
old,
sorry for
though.
confusing Target top and T-top.
oh, okay. No, yeah, I'm with you 100%. If they make a T-top on the brand new Z, I will nut all over the place. Like that will look beautiful, man. Especially at Junior's like, bro, what's with you and nutting? I'm like, I don't know, man. Just like
Let it loose.
Bro, I think that car would look beautiful, man. I don't know, but that's a good question. But I don't think that they would do that because I don't know if they have the money for all that type of redevelopment. You got me?
I don't know. I don't think it's that hard to develop. It's either you just don't add a sunroof. That's it. Just don't add a sunroof and add some latches and call it a day.
Does any Z have a sunroof though?
I have no idea.
I don't think so.
Nope.
Yeah,
I don't think so. I don't know.
I have no idea.
So hard about it. I don't think it does either.
Well, I mean, the 300 T-tops, it's glass.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking that they should do. But I don't think that counts as a sunroof, does it?
Well, probably a moonroof.
Well, there's a lot of hints that I think we're missing here. We saw the picture. It looks like a 370 inside, pretty much dead on it, from the door handles down to
It's got the same door handles. It's funny.
everything. So the fact that it looks like a 370 inside makes me think it was developed on a 370C chassis. And we saw the history with the Infiniti VR30s. There's probably going to be a 300 horsepower version. There's probably going to be a 400 horsepower version. And that's going to be it. I mean, I don't think it's going to be called the 400Z. I think it's just going to be the Nissan Z. It's going to be clean, and that's going to be it.
You know all the stuff. Remember, you work for Z1 Motorsports, so you be knowing stuff, bro. Stop acting like you don't know it.
Pretend like I don't know. It just might. It's like just say it, bro. We know.
I just
know he got the. He got
I'm just a regular employee, man.
You know, but to have all the secrets and not be able to say anything.
Yeah, it must be hard, boy.
I'm just letting you know, man. It's a simple recipe. I really think it's going to be it's going to start at 38, 39 grand for the car. I really think that's going to be it. It's going to be 370C chassis. It's going to start with 300 horsepower model. If you get into the 40s, you're going to get the 400 horsepower model, and that's going to be it. Maybe later down the line, maybe we'll get a Nismo model, but I don't think we're even going to get a Nismo model right off the bat. That's just my opinion.
That's kind of sad. I'm not going to lie, because I wanted to buy this car first year and everything, and even if it has problems. And I wanted to get a Nismo if possible, but it's kind of a letdown.
If there is a Nismo, I will wait. I'm not going to just buy like a first model that comes out just because.
But what do you think the Nismo is going to come with for you to want to get the Nismo? Like, what do you think will be that much more better with it?
Honestly, it's after, obviously, you guys saw me develop my YouTube mostly on drag racing, right? So I like to go faster straight line. But after being on the other spectrum of going to the actual track, like where there's corners and stuff, it's a lot different. I prefer a Nismo model to have like different kind of suspension, different kind of, bracing, different kind of chassis, upgrades, that kind of thing. So if there's a Nismo model out there with different appearance package and also functional as far as it's going to help me cornering wise, I will wait for that Nismo model as opposed to just getting like let's say a sport model with 400 horsepower. Obviously, I'm going to be around these cars given the position that I'm in, but it's like I don't want to just jump out the gate and go cop one, especially if I'm supercharging my 370Z here in a couple of months. I'm going to have a 600 wheel horsepower 370Z. It's not going to make any sense for me. So that's kind of my stand on it. If there's a Nismo model, I'll get it. If not, I'll probably hold off, honestly.
I kind of want it. I just want to get it just in general because, I mean, I have a base model now. It doesn't get any lower. I'm like, it's literally as present as it gets. Like, it doesn't matter to me. But you're right, though, because now that I'm taking this car on track, and before I even started everything, I went on PBIR and got the taste of, like, going on corners and all that. It's a different game, man, and it's a lot more exciting, and also the driver's skill it takes. I know a lot of drag racers are going to get mad, but to me, man, I think, dude, taking those corners takes a lot of driver skill, and I want to learn that. So with I think it'll be fun to buy the base model or whatever comes out, the sport, and learn on that car. And if they do come out with a Nismo first year, I'll just buy that. But if they come out with it later, I had siege myself just like taking off my mods, going to the dealership. Hey, what can I get out of this? I'll go upgrade and come back because the Nismo. What to answer Boost's question? Even if they only have just like a bumper aesthetic stuff and
oh God, hope not.
Yeah, as long as if it's just slightly different, I'll buy it. Yeah, but I'm more excited for what suspension they're gonna come out with because a lot of people don't understand that there's different suspension components stock. Even if you modify it, I believe there's the dampeners. I can't remember what it is that the Nismo has. There's one piece that's really crucial to taking corners, and no one else has it but a Nismo. And he's going, yeah, boy, that's me.
The entire subframe, the subframe is different as far as the bracing goes, and there's a big difference.
Exactly. And if you drive a Nismo and you actually turn really hard on it, there's a very night and day difference driving that car, especially versus. So I just kind of want to grab it from, like, if the dealership is selling an Nismo version at first, all right, cool, solves the problem. If not, I'll buy a Sport and then upgrade. And also, it's just content, baby. I get to talk about the in-betweens and how they feel and all that. Who knows, man?
But like, sit there and really think about, like, what demographic of people are really going to run out and go get the Zito? Like I'm just trying my best to sit there and think about it, because you guys are talking about going to a track and racing around it. I live in Brooklyn, New York. We don't have tracks around us for 3 to 4 hours. We don't have no drag strips anymore. People up here just pretty much flex. They put some airbags in the car, some nice wheels, and lay it on the floor. That's it. So people are just getting it for the name. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you guys think? Like, tell me, because I mean, you guys are around different stuff. You know, Danny, where are you from, bro?
I'm in Florida.
Okay, you're in Florida.
So
too.
I'm like an hour and a half from north.
Okay, so you guys are more around drag strips and actual.
Yeah, that's pretty common here.
So, you know, that's not all of America. So I'm just trying to figure out what is a specific demographic of people who's going to go out and get a Z. This is my own opinion. What you guys think?
I think it's going to be 40-year-old men that loved old school Z.
Yeah.
And then you're going to have the younger crowd. And I guess like a lot of New York, too, that's just going to want to buy the Nismo just to flex on us and bag it. And then have huge, 19 by 13 wheels.
Wide body it. And the car be stock. And this is a thing. And
I want them to put spinners on their car. Can someone do that?
No, please.
I feel like it should be you, because like you flex, man. Like you should. What's
But in all seriousness, though, too, like, I mean, I thought that the Supra was going to do an amazing job, right, with you guys. Like, I thought it was going to do amazing. And even over here in New York City, you don't see those cars. I drive by the same Toyota dealership, the same red Supra sitting in the window. Nobody wants it. Nobody wants this car. So, I mean, I'm just trying to figure out what the demographics will be and, like, who's going to run out and just go get these cars. Like you guys said, the 300 horsepower version will be high 30s, which I think is a really good price starting off, especially if the lease rate, whatever the lease rate may be, somewhere around the mid 400s, maybe 5s. Yeah, a lot of people might be able to afford to get that car, especially because of the Z.
I think a lot of people don't like the Supra just because it's not, like, there's a meme going around that's like, you know, saying at least Nissan built all of their car by themselves.
Right.
But you gotta, it's kind of true, dude. Like, the truth hurts sometimes. Like, Nissan has built this motor. They can honestly use the same exact transmission from the 370Z, just adjust the 2 bottom holes to make it work with the new VR. They have everything. They built it themselves. They made it manual. Like, this is what we expected from the Supra. But instead, we got a really cool BMW, you know, like, just stamped as a Supra. So I feel like the crowd that was probably behind it, like when the Mark IIIs, Mark IVs, they're not going to stand behind this brand new Mark V because it's not true to heritage, like, in the least bit.
I also believe that the buyer for the Supras actually went away. I really thought that the Supra crowd was actually huge, but once I got to watch the Z announcing, I was like, wait, this is real lineage and heritage here. This is from people who are 18, 15 years old who wants a 240SX to 40, 50-year-old men who have just the regular 2003 stock 350Z. You know, you got a huge spectrum. So, I mean, you're right. You know, I'm just saying, you know.
I think it's cool, man. Because honestly, look at the owners of Z's. Like, you just pointed it out. You know, Danny's fairly young. We're all pretty old, and no matter what, it's like, like, we're old, bro. Like, I wake up, my back hurts. You know, like, it's all good.
Yeah, my knees, boy. Ah.
Bro, it's funny how diverse the Z community really is, because even when I'm driving on the street, well, not anymore because my thing hasn't moved in like 7 months, but like when I was, it's cool because like you'll see another Z on the road, and typically they're pretty cool and we wave at each other, and sometimes I'll see some dude that looks like he just graduated high school And sometimes I look at someone who's driving back to the elderly facility, you know, like it's weird. Like you get a weird mix between them all. So I think you're right. And I think the crowd for the Z is probably what's going to save it, just because I feel like we're going to buy this car no matter how much we're complaining, while the super community just looked at this and just didn't accept it at all.
Yeah. No one wants it. Like you said, no one wants it. The price range still $50,000 car too, kind of expensive. And I also think that when you look at Toyota brand, what's there that you want other than a Camry, a really nice Camry? That's it. You know, there's not much left.
But that's much left with Nissan too, because one fear that I have is, like, I'm hyped for the new Z to come out, not just for the Z. And I said this with Junior. I want to see the Z bring success to Nissan, because then it carries over into maybe another possible new chassis. But with this car coming out, there has to be something in Nissan's fleet that excites them as well too. And I know they're coming out with every month it's 2 new cars or whatever.
Like for the next 2 months, it's supposed to come out.
You have to have these things, because if not, yeah, cool. People go into the dealership and see a Z. Maybe their credit's good enough to get it, maybe not. But what's the next option? And that's very important in marketing. So if Nissan brings a Z out in the next year, they better have a very good in-between lineup that a lot of people.
They're refreshing a lot of cars. I mean, even to speak about Infiniti, they just announced that they're going to tease the new QX60. So they're revising the QX60 for 2021. And they also have the QX55, which is supposed to be the FX replacement. That's supposed to be hinted in November. So yeah, Nissan Infiniti, they're trying to like really give us some new models and really just redo the brand or reshape the brand to make appealing looking cars. I mean, this week I saw a tease of the new M4. M3. They're showing more of the front end, which is going to be super ugly. Once again, an ugly grill. It's just super ugly. But people like BMWs, and they're going to go run and buy an M4, you know? So, and it's going to be manual, too. The M4 is going to be manual, yes. M3, M4, they're going to still have a manual option.
It's sad how they can do this in the M4, but they haven't done this in the Supra. That's like, it almost is counterproductive.
I mean, maybe they just chose not to do it. I don't know. It's not their car. It's BMW. It's it. Yeah.
Bro, I don't know. Well, I guess what do you guys think about the rest of the car? Like when it comes, because I fell in love with the side profile, I think the most. When Enthusiast posted that picture on Instagram of that cardboard cutout of the side, I was just like, oh, like, all right, whatever. But the side of the car, I think, is honestly the best part of this car. I think it's going to be really photogenic. It's going to look great on video. And these are all things that I'm thinking about as a content creator. It's like, how am I going to work this car? And I'm already thinking about that like before I can even get near the thing. But what caught my eye immediately as soon as that the live stream came up, bro, the side of this car is absolutely perfect in my opinion. I really hope that they absolutely touch nothing on the side of this car. Danny, man, what do you think, bro? You've been mad quiet, dog. What do you think about the side?
Dude, it looks great. It really resembles a 370 from the side. And I like how that hatch is like a little more down, just like the 240 from back then.
Yeah.
And I really like it. And even the renders now, like we're kind of getting a view of how it's going to look like with the aftermarket parts. And I like it, yeah.
Yo, Z1's going ham with the renders, though. Like, you guys are making your TEs with the damn.
They even made like a drag car, I think, right?
I'm like, bro, damn. And then the one I posted, I don't think you guys made that one, but the one with the V1 Nismos on it, I'm like, bro, what?
What?
I'm to delete my whole video right now. I was like, dude, that car looks sexy, man. Damn, dude. All right, Junior, what about you, bro? What's your favorite part of the car?
I actually like the side profile, like you said. The side profile is nice, man. It kind of resembles a 370, but also resembles, like Danny said, like the 240. So it's a lot of things, a lot of features from different Zs that I like on that car. So it's almost kind of like a combination of all the great things that these Zs had to offer in the past. So it's kind of like, you know, giving you all in one complete package. Hopefully the price is just right, man. That's all I'm hoping for. But I really like the side profile.
I don't know why, but I feel like Nissan's going to charge a lot for it, man. Like, just because of it, like how currency is working right now and how trade's working now. I don't know. I feel like the base, well, not base, the Sport might be priced around like 45, dude. Like,
that's what I read in some articles.
That's not bad, dude. Like my Q60 loaded with the options, it was a $57,000 MSRP car. No, I didn't pay for that.
Oh, man.
So I got it for like 50, but still like a 45,000 MSRP car. You're never gonna pay MSRP. You probably can pay like 40. That's still gonna be
$50 for a Q? What?
Yeah, I'm serious, man. These Qs get really expensive, so I'm hoping Nissan actually keeps the Z down compared to the Qs. I mean, I think it will be. Hopefully, if it's below 50, it's gonna be a great pricing. I believe so.
Boost made that point though. I feel like they have to. Like if it's
They have to.
yeah, if a
100%.
high option Q is 55, dude, Infinity's the luxury version of Nissan. So that man, I will literally cry myself to sleep if it passes $50,000. To be honest, I think 40 to 45 is pretty fair.
45 is fair, and that's MSRP. You're most likely going to end up paying like 40 for a car like that when it's all said and done. And that's going to be very reasonable. You can justify saying, all right, I'm going to go on a limb and get a new, two-seater manual twin turbo car and say, this is what I'm going to do.
But like you said earlier, they're going to have they'll probably have 300 horsepower version, 400 horsepower version. So I can see the 400 horsepower version being that 42 to 45,000. But that 300 horsepower version being that little, 37, 38,000. And, people like me, like, I'm about to save some money and throw a JB4 on it. That's it.
Right. Here's another thing. A lot of things that people don't know about. It's like Nissan, obviously, they don't get all their parts. Nissan doesn't create all their parts. So the VR30 motor, for example, after more years, it's in what do you call it? When they start making the motor, and it's they've been making it for 5 years, so offering the car for 5 years, the prices get cheaper to get the parts at.
Yeah.
The longer they've had it in a lineup, it gets cheaper. So they have to make these parts available at a cheaper price. So I think this is a great opportunity to not only bring people to the community, but also keep some of the members that are thinking about jumping ship to something else. Because let's be honest, the 370Z has been around for what, 12 years now?
Yeah,
we haven't gotten enough.
Getting old.
Yeah,
So,
it can get its high school diploma.
I really
Wait, so
go ahead.
what are the options that it makes it from 300 to 400 horsepower? Like, what do they upgrade? Because I don't know much about these.
The tune.
I'm sorry.
Just
man.
a tune?
It's like 4.98 PSI out of the factory. That's it.
Yes, that's it.
Bruh.
That's it.
Boost. That's it.
Man, that's so funny. And then when people point this out, because I remember when I asked too when I was trying to buy a VR motor, because me like an idiot, I'm like, hey man, let me just get the Red Sport one since that one makes the most power or whatever. My boy was like, nah, bro, it's the same. No, dude, this one makes 400. It's different. Nah, bro.
Dude, if they offer an appearance package of the sport package with the 300 horsepower motor, that's going to be the one that I will buy if that's the case. Because it'll be cheap, and I'll just tune it. And that'll be that. We already know the VR30. It's going to be the exact same thing.
Just get that auxiliary water pump, and you pretty much
That's it. Cool. That's it. Cool.
That's it. Yeah.
Do y'all believe it's going to have a 2.0? I mean, this is remember I said
I do.
assume they might put the 2.0 in there. Because in an Ultima, you have the transverse mounted in an Ultima. If you're going to put this motor in an Ultima, you better put it in the Z car as a base.
I do. I believe so. It's going to have a roadster option, more than likely. I think there will be a roadster with a 2.0 liter motor in it.
And now it's going to probably be low 30s, which means more people are going to just get the car because of the way it looks.
Exactly, man. Because like now and we talked about this too last time, Enthusiasts. You're opening up to a giant market. Maybe there's people that like the Z chassis, but they don't really care about how fast it goes. So that's pretty important. And again, Nissan right now needs revenue, a lot of revenue. So I'll be pretty excited. I mean, I'm not gonna be excited for a 2.0T. I'm not gonna lie to you. I would look at that thing in disgust, but I'm gonna be happy if they do come out with it, because there's gonna be people that maybe can't afford the sport model, the Nismo, but they can get this for the meanwhile and maybe upgrade later. I might have to get the 2.0 because I'm poor. So
there's nothing wrong with that. It's still a fast motor, right? It's like 275 horsepower or something like that. It's pretty good.
Something like that, yeah.
Capped by some
That's
Hondas.
still good.
Yeah. And as much as I want one, honestly, I'm going like the opposite way. I want to buy an old 240 or 260 or even a 280 and do that up, and then buy like an FX50, which was only offered for, you guys know the 5.0 FX50. That thing was a G. So I want to buy something I don't want to buy the new Z right away. I'd be so happy with just going backwards in time as opposed to going forward and see how this whole thing plays out before I make a decision. So I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence about what I want to do, I guess.
Why don't we just VR swap a FX?
Dude, why not?
I mean,
Why not?
bro, I would do it, man.
And like Danny has a 300. That's amazing. I mean, I get a call every day from so many 300ZX customers who are so happy with their 300s. Like, especially if you have a twin turbo, dude. Those things are amazing. We have a few at the shop, and it's like I would love to have one of those, but the parts are just becoming so scarce that it's like that's like the scary part. You almost have to like swap it to a different drivetrain to even get any kind of enjoyment out of the thing. So it's tough.
Danny, what problems do you have with the 300 when it comes on the parts? Like how do you even get parts?
I mean, you should see one.
There you go.
Oh wow, like
but
OEM stuff.
yeah, you guys saw OEM stuff. They have a bunch.
A lot of it's discontinued, but we have a lot of it still.
Yeah.
I don't know. So, what do you think's the future with the 370 now? Now that the new Z is coming out, you think people are gonna go more wild?
They're gonna start drifting it, dude.
Dude, I saw.
It's gonna be the new 350.
I think so, man.
Everybody's just gonna drift it.
Do you think it's gonna hold its price value?
No, it's gonna go down by.
I think the base.
Because I'm already finding some for like 11K.
Oh God,
which is pretty crazy.
I think the Nismos will hold, but everything else, and not even the V2s. I think the V1s, the numbered ones, will hold. V2s, I think V1s will go up. V2s will hold, and I think the sports and base, we might as well just do an insurance claim at this point because it's not really going to be worth it.
Yo, just find a pole.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's salty that V2s are numbered, dude. Like that's so crappy. I want a V1. Trust me. My heart isn't a V1.
I love the V1. That was my first body kit that I put to make it a Fismo. I love that front bumper so much, but
it looked nice, yeah.
But the spoiler though.
I don't know. I like the V2 spoiler. That little weird little thing. It's just
you can have that. Take that off my car. Give me a V1 spoiler. I'll take it all day.
I like the V1 better.
I have in the garage. We'll trade, bro.
Yeah, I thought about buying a V1 entire trunk section to fit it onto my V2. Seriously.
No, just
see how it looks.
It's easier to just swap the entire trunk lid and just take it off. Like, bro, trust me, I love that car so much, but I think the value of the Z is gonna hold okay-ish for the Nismo. And I think we're gonna see our cars in a lot more takeovers, doing donuts on the street, and a lot more drift adrenaline getting beaten up, becoming drift missiles, and it's all a part of it. You know, it's bound to happen. But it's the new Honda.
That's one of the reasons why you buy one.
Yeah, you know, it is. But when it becomes the new Honda Civic, I think I'll be more excited to drive the new Z. And even though I did kind of make my car a Frankenstein car, so I don't think I'm the best one.
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah. No big deal. But well, I guess let me ask one more thing before I end this one. Then, what do you think is the future for Nissan?
You're asking another
Ooh, everyone's like, oh, I don't know, bro. Boost. What's the future, man? I always like your opinions, bro.
Wow, this might be a little heavy. One way to, I'll start by saying they can fix this one thing, which I believe all their buyers, I'm talking about from crossovers to little compact cars to everything, scrap the CVT. Every person that I've known, I've come across that has owned, driven, even a rental, say, I really don't like the transmission in that car. Like regular girls, you know what I'm saying? Like this, just I don't like the transmission. That's why they'll go get a Honda Civic that has more of a transition, a better transmission with gears. Outside of that, I think just add a little bit more options. Even though a Maxima will still have red seats, but my Q50 would only have black seats. It still pisses me off. Little bit things like that. But they're moving, what I would say with their newer cars, they're really going ahead and actually more modernizing their interiors from the new Versa and the new Sentra, which I do like. And I know they're going to just do the refresh. But outside of that, I mean, we're sports cars, guys. We like speed, so we're not really the huge market. But outside of that, I would really honestly just say make the cars just a little bit more exciting like it was in the past. And please don't merge Infiniti and Nissan together and we're sharing same platforms again. Because back in the past, when you had a Maxima and an i30, it was just like, I'm just going to get a fully loaded Maxima over an i30. It doesn't make sense. But now to put a Q50 as possibly a transfer, oh, God, I don't even want to think of a freaking that type of motor being in the Q50. Please, God, don't do that. But outside of that, I'm really happy for them. They're getting rid of the GTR. And then they're probably going to bring the new GTR out with the Q60 tech that was in the Black S. With Black S, which I really hope to see that hybrid technology in that car so we can just stomp on the competition. But outside of that, man, we're just going to see more crossovers and then hybrid electric cars. That's really it. That's it. That's all I got to say.
What about you, Danny? What do you think is the future of Nissan, bro?
All right, so I don't have much to say, but I'm really excited that we're finally seeing a new Z. They finally heard us out. They're bringing back a manual. They're bringing back a twin turbo V6, which I'm honestly really excited about. And also like BoostInMotion said, new GTR. I'm excited to see that. So I feel like they're going in the right direction. They didn't just have someone else build their own car like Super did, and that kind of flopped. So the fact that we're doing everything ourselves, I don't know. I see us going up. That's my opinion.
What about you, Junior? What's up, bro? What do you think?
You know, like Boosted, like just this Saturday or Friday, I'm sorry, I was looking at the new Rogue, and I was like, man, I looked at the interior. It came with like burgundy seats.
Nice, right?
It came with like the new infotainment, new center console, and the owner was like, "Oh, it's got a CVT." I was like, "Oh,
why?"
I was just like, "Why would you put that in here?" It's a crossover, man. Give it like a nice 8 or 9-speed transmission, a smooth transition in between the gears, and you'll be fine. Why would you give it a CVT and ruin this car? So I hope Nissan gets away from the fact that just goes back to the essence. Don't focus so much on EPA ratings and, you know, gas consumption, guys. We need to get back to the sole essence of Nissan, and that's giving us good Japanese cars. And that's all we need, man. So update the interior. All these cars just really need an updated interior, updated powertrains, and at the affordable price that we've always had them at. That's really has been the recipe for Nissan to compete. It's not even compete, just stay in their lane. You obviously have Nissan, and you have obviously like Mercedes, BMW, Audi, somewhere above their, middle class pay grade. So stick with Nissan. Like for people like us, like that's where we want to be at, and I'll just be happy with that, man. I don't want anything else other than just a basic recipe. Good powertrain, decent price. I'm okay with it. So
I think the future is, in my opinion, I think the future is pretty damn good, bro. Like, I think they took a step in the right direction because, like how Boost was saying, they made a lot of weird cars, like, and they were making a lot of fleet cars. I don't know how many times I've seen a damn Versa, but I've driven one and they feel like crap. Yeah, like I feel like everybody's driven one. And it's just like, what the hell am I even in? You know, it feels like I'm in a rolling booger. But
Yeah.
But bro, I think the future is pretty damn good because I mean, as much as I complain about the front fascia of the car, I mean, they listen to us, you know, and that's awesome. Like Nissan is really listening to its core audience, and that, like I said, only generates more revenue because we will actually buy this car. So I think with Nissan getting more revenue, canceling the current R35, and I think they said 2022 is when they're gonna do the last one or whatever the case may be.
That special version, I think, right?
I'm not even sure, but honestly, I'm not too knowledgeable of it, so I know, of course, I'm going to get corrected, but I think Boost made a really good point, you know, but the whole thing is that Nissan is making moves towards future chassis, development, new technology, and I think that's great, and that's where it should be, so that way Nissan can keep going, because I don't want to see Nissan be losing more stocks or merging with some other company because they can't surface and keep afloat by themselves, so... But in the end, like I said, I think future is bright. I'm glad they're listening to us. Came out with a new Z. I'm going to buy it, be in debt, enjoy my life, probably crash it, buy another one, go through the whole process again. And I'm going to love it every bit of the way. But you guys got anything else you want to say?
Man, I feel like I came late, so I feel like I missed all the sauce, man. It's it. That's how I feel.
I don't think you missed that much, though. I don't think so. Did he?
I'm excited.
Yeah, we're just getting started.
Yeah,
we're just getting started.
No, bro.
We're just talking about the design.
Don't worry, man. But I'm gonna wait, what?
I really haven't modded like any cars in the past like 8 months. Really, I haven't done anything other than like little things here and there. So I'm excited to like start over with like a fresh car and just do it all over again. That's exciting, man. So
what do you mean? You're full ham in your Z?
It's like it came with full ham already, man. All I did to it was tune it.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, dude, man, what a good deal, bro. Hey, let's trade rotors real quick because mine look like they've been like they were made since the Jurassic era. Like they're so rusted.
Man.
I'm gonna make sure I drop everybody's socials and their Instagrams, everything. And you guys wait, does anybody else have anything to say? Because I think I might have cut you guys off.
I don't know what to say. I don't know.
Not really.
Yeah, I feel like we got through it. So make sure you guys subscribe to all of them. They're all real big homies, and I'm really glad that you guys came together because like I see us becoming like the East Coast side of Nissan things related. I don't know if that makes sense because I know we got Fresh Kicks and Low Tech and all of them, but it's cool that I'm seeing like a lot of creators come up from the East side, which I don't think existed that much before. Mm-hmm. And we got 2 of them in Florida, 1 in Georgia, and only 1 we got to get a plane ticket for. So I think that's awesome. Yeah, you're that guy, Boost. I gotta get you a plane
Yeah.
ticket.
I'm not.
But thank you guys for watching. If you guys want to see more of these podcast type videos, just let me know. I'm more than down to do it. If you guys are down to get on again, of course, I'm not going to say no.
I'm down.
But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.